Shalom.
Shalom.
How's everybody doing today?
Shalom.
Wow. Who can tell me what's the first thing that we do? Nina. Oh, Kayla. 1 second. Kayla. What we're thankful for. So you already know what happens. All right, let's do this. Go ahead.
I'm thankful for your teaching us and the Most High.
Come on. We got to start coming up with new things.
Does he always say that?
And the Most High blessing us. Come on. Max, what are you thankful for? For candy? Don't give away our class yet. Okay. I forgot my finger. Elijah.
I'm thankful for another day and for Yahweh sending me outside so he could sacrifice himself for us.
Okay. All right. Mina?
I'm thankful for to see another day and to see you teaching us.
Okay, Ezekiel.
I'm thankful for the red eye and he died.
And he died? What did he die for, though? What did he die for? Yeah. Okay. Ashley, what are you thankful for? For teaching you? Okay, someone call on a sister. Mina, to go next. Mom. Matea?
I'm thankful for the Spirit to keep me, going even in those sleepless nights.
Those sleepless nights?
Yes, ma'am.
How about you, Abadiah? What you thankful for?
Well, always thankful for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Thankful for every day that the Most High gives me so that I can grow and change and prove to Him that I'm grateful to be a servant.
That's what your name means, huh? God. Ivy?
I'm thankful and grateful to just be blessed, to be creative with my hands. The Lord has blessed me with new skill sets that I never thought I would have. So I'm thankful for that. Creative and new skills.
Those are good. How about you, Sister Rosa?
I'm thankful to be the truth.
We're not disrupting.
I guess that leaves me, right?
Sit down.
I'm thankful, and I was still Sister Ivy's, for learning new things and being able to tap into my creative side like that I thought I didn't have. It's helping me to grow as well and learning new things. I'm very blessed. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for being blessed. So now that we got that, what's the second thing that we do? Mina?
Go to Exodus chapter 20.
We go to Exodus chapter 20. All right. Go ahead, Elijah. Start us off.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
So today we're going to be going over the second half of the 10 plagues. Who can tell me what the first 5 was? If you raise your hand, you got to be able to tell me. No, you got to be able to tell me. Name me one plague from last class. Mina? I know, I'm calling on you. You gotta see where your mind's at.
Were you paying attention last time?
Here, I'm gonna give you a hint. Well, I'm gonna give you the first one. The first one was water into blood. No, you can't say what I said. So the first one is water. The first one is water into blood. They don't have to be in order. So who can tell me another one? Mina.
The frogs.
The frogs. Good job. Good job. Elijah, you had your hand raised. The lice, okay. Whoa. Ezekiel, you gotta be quick. All right, you raise your hand, you gotta tell me.
The food and the water.
We already did the water. We already did the frogs.
The frog and the water.
Yeah, no, that's not. Hold on. What else? Come on, y'all. Come on. Elijah?
Death of the cattle.
Death of the cattle. There's one more. We see them all the time. When they come near us, Ezekiel. When they come near us, you want to shoot them away. They're flying near you.
Flies.
Good job. See, what gave it away? The fly?
Flying away.
So those were the first ones. We had the water into blood, the frogs, the lice, the flies, and the death of the cattle, right? So who can tell me why Egypt is getting plagued right now? Who can tell me why, besides Elijah? We need one of you children to tell us why. Mina? Why is this happening to Egypt?
Because
What is Moses and Aaron trying to do for Israel?
to save them.
To save them, right? But to save them how? To save them how? You got it.
By the 10 plagues.
By the 10 plagues, but what are they trying to do?
To teach them a lesson.
God, let's have one of the sisters help us out. Call on somebody.
Me.
Call on somebody.
Azariah.
Shariah's not here.
Come on, call on somebody quick.
Ivy.
Okay, Ivy. What's the whole reason for the 10 plagues?
Well, the Most High is hardening Pharaoh's heart so that, well, the whole point is for the Israelites to be freed from Pharaoh's hand.
What was the whole point? I'm going to take those papers away if y'all not listening. What was the whole point? Ivy just said it. What was the whole point? Nina?
To harden his heart.
Whose heart?
Pharaoh's.
Okay, and harden his heart. And then what happened? She said one more thing that I'm looking for. To set Israel. Good job. So what's the whole point of the 10 plagues? Now I need y'all to pay attention. What's the whole point? I want it together. What's the whole point of the 10 plagues? To set Israel
Free.
to keep them in captivity?
No.
To set them what?
Free.
All right. Okay, so now we're going to go over the second half. Let's start, Elijah, at Exodus 7 and 2.
Exodus chapter 7 verse 2.
I'm sorry, Exodus 9 and 8.
Exodus chapter 9 and verse 8. And the Lord said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handful of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth
going over the sixth plague. We're going over the sixth plague. Remember, Pharaoh still has his heart hardened. He's still being prideful. So now what's happening? Who can tell me what's happening? Who's paying attention? Who can tell me what's happening? Who can tell me what's happening? Max. Huh? No. Boils. Boils. These are little, they're big old bug-looking things that are all over your bodies that hurt.
And they are
Itchy. Ugh.
I don't want to get that.
Yeah, but this is what's happening to Egypt because Pharaoh still doesn't want to let Israel go. Right? Continue, Elijah.
Verse 11. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils.
You were at verse 10. You didn't read it.
Verse 10. I did.
Okay. Continue.
Ver,
Read verse 10 again.
verse 10. And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward heaven, and it became a boil breaking forth with flames upon man and upon beast.
Not only was it on man, but who was it on as well? Caleb.
Beast.
On beasts. So it was on their animals too. Man. Continue.
Verse 11. And the magician could not stand before Moses because of the boils, for the boils was upon the magician and upon all the Egyptians.
So the magicians couldn't even stand. They couldn't even stand for it. It didn't tell you that these magicians tried to do what the Most High did, right? Because
Nope.
they would have just caused them more pain.
They couldn't even
At least, at least they
Sorry.
were thinking about it, right? At least they thought, let me not try to mimic this. Let me not try to make boils, right? They were smart here. Continue.
Verse 12. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had spoken unto Moses.
So did Pharaoh listen? When he saw these boils, did Pharaoh say, all right, Israel, go? No. What did he say? What did he say?
I say
Did he listen?
No.
No, right? So come on, here we go. Now the sixth plague is boils. Now we're gonna read the next one because Pharaoh's not wanting to let Israel go. So start at 9 and 16.
Exodus chapter 9, verse 16. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up,
Raise the
for to shew in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
Stop. Read that one more time. Pay attention. Pay attention. Read it one more time.
Verse 16.
Read it loud and proud, son.
Verse 16. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, for to shew in thee my power.
So the Most High is saying, for this cause have I raised you up to show you my power. The Most High is saying, I'm going to show you, not only you, I'm going to show everybody, all of Egypt, all of Israel, my power and what I can do. This is just a little bit. The Most High's power is way beyond what we can imagine. So he's saying, I'm going to show you what I can do. Right? So he's doing this for Israel, to save Israel. So we can trust in the Most High. No matter what we're going through, he will be there to help us out of our situation. There is nothing that he can't do. Continue.
And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. As he exaltest thou thyself against my people, that thou wilt not let them go.
Still not letting them go, Pharaoh. Come on, man. Someone needs to knock some sense into Pharaoh, huh? Come on, continue.
Behold, tomorrow about this time I will
Now listen to what the Most High is doing. He said, I'm going to call down for grievous rain. But not just your regular rain. Hell. This is little ice things that will hit you and they can knock you out and they can kill you. But not only hell. I'm going to make it rain hell. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be lightning. There's going to be thunder. There's going to be hell. Now, what else is there going to be, Elijah?
Fire with it.
Oh, read it. Continue.
For such hath not been in Egypt since the foundation thereof, even until now.
Ooh, so nothing has happened like that for Egypt until this point. So they haven't seen this. They haven't seen it, right? Ooh, can you imagine? You never experienced, when you were small, you never understood what a thunderstorm was. But as you got older, you're like, oh my God, what is this, right? I'm going to go to my mommy. I'm going to hide under the bed. This is scary. This is the first, right? Continue.
Verse 19. Send therefore now, and gather thy cattle, and all that thou hast in the field, for upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field, and shall not be brought home, the hell shall come down upon them, and they shall die.
So stop. They're saying, Moses is telling Moses and Aaron to tell them, take out your cattle from the field. This is what's going to happen. Hell's going to come down. If you leave your cattle, if you leave them outside, they're going to die. Right? So let's see. Continue. Whoever leaves them outside, their cattle will die.
Verse 20. He that feared the word of the Lord among the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle flee into the houses.
Stop. So not only did Israel do this, but who? Since those that feared the word of the Lord. This was the people, the servants from Pharaoh. Pharaoh's servants. They had, listen, let's pay attention. They had their servants get that cattle because they were seeing the Most High, what he can do. They saw what he can do, right? So they said, oh, not my cattle. Pharaoh, you can be hard, but not me. Heck no, right? Continue.
Verse 21. And he that regarded not the word of the Lord left his servants and his cattle in the field.
So those that didn't even care, they didn't even hear the word of the Lord. They're like, whatever. They left their cattle. And what happened when the Most High said, if you leave your cattle, what's going to happen? Mina.
They'll die.
They'll die, right? But why will they die? What's going to happen here that the Most High is making happen? It's going to rain what? Rain hell, right? Continue, Elijah.
Verse 22. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herd of the field throughout the land of Egypt.
Okay, here comes Moses. He's stretching out. He's going to put it towards where? To the ground or where? Toward where, guys? Children. Toward where? No, where's up? Where? Good job. Good job. To heaven, right? Continue.
Verse 23. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt.
Ooh. So the Lord, see, you got to listen. The Most High is not playing. He's like, you're not going to let my people go. Not only am I bringing rain of hell, but I'm going to give you some fire too. Come on now. You would think that, yeah, you would think rain and fire, they don't go, right? Nope, the Most High is going to make anything and everything possible he can do. Rain and fire. Let's continue.
verse 24. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt, since it became a nation.
They never seen anything like this. Listen, Abadiah.
So I have a question. Doesn't hail put out fire? Because hail is like ice, right? Like rain, hard rain. And fire is fire, right? Wouldn't hail put out fire?
You would think, right?
Yeah. Isn't it supposed to put out fire? Like if you see a fire, what do the firemen do when they see fires?
Put water on
They
it.
put water on it. So hail is just hard water. It's ice. Okay, and it hurts you. You ever been in a hailstorm before? You ever seen hail damage? You see what it does to cars and things? Like it can hurt you. And the Most High did hail, which is water, and fire. But the fire wasn't going out. The water wasn't putting the fire putting the fire out. So the Most High had those two elements working together.
Only the Most High can do
Only
this,
the
man.
Most High can do that. And they actually go against each other. The water puts out the fire. But the Most High, in his power, was trying to show Pharaoh that he was doing something that is not even supposed to be. Fire and hail together.
But remember the Most High said, I'm going to show you who I am. I'm the Lord of Lords, power of powers. I'm going to show you. We created this. Yahushua created the world, right? Right. So he said, I'm going to show you what I can do. Elijah, you had your hand raised.
And if you think about it, how it said if they leave their cattle out and if the people stay out, how it's going to kill them, you got to think how big they were. It couldn't have been like this small nowadays.
Right.
Like regular ice cubes.
Right.
It had to be real big to kill them.
Yeah, because it was the whole land of Egypt. That's a very good point. Right? Let's see if Pharaoh listened. Let's see if he listened. With all this hail and fire, something they've never seen before, was new. Let's see if he listened. Continue. Read verse 25.
Verse 25. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast.
So both man and beast that was in the field, that didn't listen, the beast had nothing to do with it, right? They were probably like, take me out, right? Get me safe. But no, man was being prideful. They didn't listen, not just Pharaoh, because man didn't listen. They died. Continue.
And the hail smote every herb of the field.
So every herb of the field, so all your grass, everything that we can cook with, everything is gone. Continue.
And break every tree of the field.
So they're trees too, right? Come on, poor trees, poor grass. Continue.
Only in the land of Goshen were the children
Let's
of
pay. Hold on. Let's pay attention to this verse right here. Remember, you're the children of Israel. Let's pay attention. Pay attention to this verse. Read it one more time.
Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was no hail.
Woo! Right? No, Max, don't do that. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail. He's making Pharaoh see that these are my people. I will hurt all of your people to let my people go. I will hurt all of your fields. I will hurt all of your animals, even your trees. You're going to let my people go. I'm showing you. I'm hurting all of yours. Mine are safe. My children. Israel is saved. You're going to let them go. Right? Read 10 and 4.
Exodus chapter 10, verse 4.
So before we go here, Pharaoh still not listening. He hardened his heart again. He's still not listening. He doesn't want to let Israel go. Let's read 10 and 4.
Exodus chapter 10, verse 4. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts in thy coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one hand be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field.
So now we're coming to locusts that are going to be covering the whole field, right? Everything. Just like the flies did, just like the lice, just like the frogs. Right? Continue, Elijah.
Verse 6. And they shall fill thy houses, and the houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen since the day that they were upon the earth, unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh's servant said unto him, How long shall this man be a snare unto us?
Ooh! Continue.
Let the men go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed?
Stop. We're going to have Elijah read it one more time, children. Pay attention to this. Read 7 one more time and read it loud.
Verse 7. And Pharaoh's servant said unto him,
Pharaoh's who?
Servant.
Pharaoh, good job, Caleb. Pharaoh's servant said unto who?
Servant.
Yeah, said to who though? Who are they talking to? Elijah.
Pharaoh.
Khan. Pharaoh's servants are talking to Pharaoh here. Let's see what they say. Let's hear it. Pay attention, Ezekiel. Let's hear what they're going to tell Pharaoh. Continue.
How long shall this man be a snare unto us?
Ooh! How long shall this man be a snare unto us? Who knows what snare means? Anybody? Okay, go ahead.
It means like something like bother. How long will this man be bothering us?
Con. It could be something like bother. What about the sisters? Who knows what snare means?
I have my hand raised.
Oh, go ahead, sis. Sorry.
I've never looked up the definition of snare, but when I hear snare, I feel like it means like a trap to me.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I'm actually looking up the definition right now.
Like a trap. Okay.
It's a trap. Okay, well, it's a trap. How long shall this man be a trap to us, right? Continue.
But
Go
like
ahead.
Elijah said, it is something that bothers you because a trap, it catches your animals, so you have to be very cautious, and you don't ever know where they are. And if your animals get caught in a trap, then they can die, or they're caught in the trap, right? That means that's more work for you because you got to get them out of the trap. And they can be anywhere, so it can be a nuisance, a hesitance, a nuisance, a bother. But a trap definitely catches your animals.
Fine. So he said, how long shall this man be a trap unto us? Continue, Elijah, on that verse.
Let the men go.
Let the men go. The servants are telling Pharaoh to keep them.
No.
What are they telling Pharaoh?
Let them go.
Ah, Caleb, no. They're not telling Pharaoh to keep them. Mina, what if they're telling Pharaoh?
How long is this man?
No. What did the servants tell Pharaoh right now? Elisha?
Let the men go.
Let them go. see that Egypt is destroyed? They're destroyed because you're not letting Israel go, right? Or is Egypt destroyed because Pharaoh is letting Israel go?
No.
No, right?
No.
The servants are telling them, let them go. Egypt is destroyed, Pharaoh. Let them go. But did he let them go?
Still don't see.
No, he didn't let them go.
Ugh.
Gosh. You just want to kick Pharaoh right now, right? Come on, Pharaoh, let him go. Read verse 13.
Verse 13. And Moses and Aaron were brought again to
No,
Pharaoh.
verse 13.
13.
10 and 13.
Verse 13. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all the night, and when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts.
The east wind brought the locusts. So all that night the winds were coming. And they brought what? Locusts to cover all of Egypt again. Mina, let me show you. I'm glad you asked that because I was waiting for someone to pay attention, to see who was paying attention and ask me, Sister Marcy, what is locust? So if you go on your little circle,
On your circle.
look on your little circle and go to where at the eight you're coloring it. But if you want to see, yes, let me show you. Yeah.
They're like grasshoppers.
Yeah. So imagine this. Let's see. One second. I'm gonna see. So you have locusts all over the land of Egypt. Look, Caleb. Yeah, big. But back then they were huge. Right?
Those are
Like
big.
huge. Covering all the land of Egypt. Right?
Scary.
So this is what's happening. Continue like that. Yeah, go ahead.
I remember this TV show is it's about wild animals, and there's locusts, and then when they're gone, there's still a little bit left. It shows like skulls of animals there.
Ooh, because they were eating at them, whatever was dead. You can imagine, remember, that's a good point because remember, before the locust was what? Before locusts, what was there? Abadiah, Omina.
The darkness.
Nope, you're cheating. Don't cheat.
Frog.
Nope, you're way off.
Flies.
No, hold on. No. Sister Abadiah had her hand up.
It was fire and hail.
So fire and hell. And what did the fire and hell do to the men and beasts that were standing outside? Mina. They died. So now they have the beast dead. Now we have locusts. So yeah, you would have your bones, right? Because they're eating at everything. They're covering all the land of Egypt, right? Very good point. Continue.
Verse 14. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coasts of Egypt. Very grievous were they.
Ooh. Just like these flies and these frogs and everything that's happening. These lice. Come on now.
Don't forget the boils.
Locusts. Oh yeah, the boils
Oils
too.
on them, man. They're beasts.
Yeah. Come on. I would have gave up on water and blood. But continue.
Before them, there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such.
Oh, so before there was not this much locusts, and just how big they were, and after this, no more like this. There's not gonna be no more. We have locusts, but not like the ones at Egypt. Egypt had. Because the Most High was mad. Most High was mad. Right? Or was he happy because he's giving them locusts? He was mad. But why was he mad, Max? Yeah, but why? Mina.
Because Pharaoh won't let Israel go.
Good job. Good job. Read verse 15.
Verse 15. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left, and there remained not in any green thing in the trees or in the herbs of the field through all the land of Egypt.
So the locusts were eating everything. The locusts were eating everything. They covered all of Egypt. They ate whatever the hell didn't destroy. The hell in the fire, they ate that. So now we have the boils, we have the hail and fire, and then we have the locusts. Right? Okay, here we go. Do y'all think Pharaoh let Israel go?
No.
No. Why did he let him go though? Mina.
Because what happened?
Because Pharaoh's heart was what?
Hardened.
His heart was hardened. And that means he was being very prideful, right? He was being stubborn, right? So let's, Matea, you had your hand up. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say he was prideful.
Yeah, he was prideful. Now we're gonna go into this next one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So start at verse 17, 10 and 17.
Exodus chapter 10, verse 17. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God, that he may take away from me this debt only.
So stop. Now Pharaoh's telling you. Pharaoh's telling you. Right? Go call to your God. Go call to the Most High. That he may take this away from you. Right? Continue.
And he went out from Pharaoh, and entreated the Lord. And the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt.
So here it goes. You got to see the Most High's like, okay, you're saying this, I'm going to do it. But you have to let my people go. Right? So the Most High is giving grace too, because he's like, all right, God, let's take away the locusts. Put them in the Red Sea. Right? No, there's no more locusts. Let's see what Pharaoh does. Like, come this way. Let's see what Pharaoh does. Continue.
Verse 20. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And the Lord said,
Pharaoh's heart is hardened again. He didn't let Israel go. Still, right? You would think after all of this that they're going through.
And he doesn't even care about it.
Yeah, he doesn't. But he's going through it too. He's seen all his people. Remember, Pharaoh is the leader of Egypt. He's seen all of his people, his wife, his children, his close relatives, his cattle. Right? But he's still not letting them go. This is happening to him too. He's seen that Israel's not being touched. But he's still not letting them go. Continue, Elijah.
verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
Ooh! Stop! Stop! Oh!
Stop. It's dark.
It's dark. Let's turn it off for a little bit, please. So it's dark. Can you see us, Mateo?
Kind of a little bit.
Right? So everybody, shh. Online. There's darkness. Darkness in Egypt. We have a little bit of light here. But this darkness was all over Egypt. And it said, the darkness, Mina, where you can feel it. Come on. How can you feel darkness? We're looking, right? Look it, it's dark. How can you feel it? How can we feel the darkness? Right? But the Most High is making it happen to where not only you can't see, but you can feel this darkness, right? You can turn it on, sis. The water. Elijah, you had a question.
I don't have a question, but they must have been scared
Oh, she was scared.
because of all the animals.
Uh-huh.
Especially like if there was lions, they wouldn't hear it. They wouldn't know where it was, so they'd be frightened. And you can't even see fire. You could light a lighter, but you won't be able to see it.
Right.
That's dark.
This is darkness. This is beyond anything that you can imagine. They felt this darkness. They felt it. All of Egypt felt darkness. We just saw that it was dark right now. We couldn't touch it. We couldn't feel it, right? Okay, continue.
Verse 22. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days.
How long was this darkness for?
3
3 days. This darkness was for.
3 days.
Khan. Verse 23.
Verse 23. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days.
They were scared. They didn't even get out of their house. They didn't see, don't do that. They didn't see anybody. They were dark. They were blinded. The Most High made it to where He blinded them for 3 days. They could not see anybody. They couldn't get out of their house. They didn't do anything for 3 days. Continue.
But all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling.
Woo! So Egypt had darkness, but who had light? Israel had light. So He's saying Israel has light. Right? Continue.
Verse 24. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye, serve the Lord. Only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you.
So Pharaoh's telling Moses, go, get out of here, go serve your Lord. Right? But only let your flocks, your cattle, all your animals, that's going to stay. Even your herbs are going to stay. All of y'all just go. Your little ones, take them. Go. Yes, Vina? It's like, they're like grass. It's like a grass and, how do you explain
Plants.
herbs? Plants. There you go. Plants. And you can use them to eat. Plants, it'll give you anything.
Medication.
Con. Continue.
Verse 25. And Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifice and burnt offering, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God.
Yeah. You need to give us this. Our sacrifices and our burnt offerings. They use the herbs to. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Just going off of the question that Mina asked. She asked what is herds. I thought she was saying herbs, but I think she meant herds, which is saying in 24.
Oh, flocks and your herds be
Like
stayed.
their all their
yeah,
animals.
your herds. Yeah, that's good. Herds. Do you know what a herd is?
Yeah.
What's a herd?
It's a herd of, it's a group of animals.
Good girl.
Yes.
job. So smart.
That's what it
Come on. Continue.
Verse 26. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not an hoof be left behind.
So Moses is saying, no,
No.
we don't, y'all think you weird. We care about our animals. Shoot. Just because y'all don't care about y'all's animals, we do. We're taking them. We gotta use these animals for burnt offerings, sacrifices to our Lord. We're taking them. They're not staying. Continue, Elijah.
Therefore must we take to serve the Lord our God. And we know not with what we must serve the Lord until we come hither. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go.
Come on, Pharaoh.
Let them go.
He didn't let them go.
Oh my God.
Right? He's very frustrating, right?
Yes.
Like, come on. What more do you want, Pharaoh?
What do you want with them? Like, what do you
Exactly. He has everything. But remember, because they were being stubborn, all their cattle died, right? Pay attention. So now we're going to go over the very last one. We're going to go over the last one. Yeah, you have it there, but we're going to go over it. Okay? So read Exodus 11 and 1.
Exodus chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt.
So the Most High is telling Moses, I will bring one more plague. One more plague upon Egypt and upon Pharaoh. Right? Continue.
Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether.
Thrust.
Yeah? Thrust. Right? Thrust.
Thrust and out.
Thrust you
So,
out.
go ahead.
What is thrust?
That's a very good question. Let's call on the sister to answer that.
What did she ask? What did she ask?
Thrust. What is thrust?
Oh, like to, like push something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you thrust someone into the pool really
Yeah.
quickly. You push them into the pool. He's gonna throw them out. He's gonna throw Israel out because he's so tired of the plagues. Most High is saying he's gonna thrust you out and just tell Israel to get out and go after all these plagues.
When he gives this one last plague. Read verse 2.
Verse 2. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die.
Stop. So this is the very last plague. Go ahead, Mina.
It's the death of the firstborn.
All of the firstborn in Ezekiel.
A dead animal.
No. All of the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die. Right? Listen, pay attention. All the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die. Continue, Elijah.
From the firstborn of Pharaoh
From the firstborn of Pharaoh, continue.
that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts.
So not only is it the firstborn of all the land of Egypt, but it's also the firstborn of their beasts, their animals. Continue.
And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it anymore.
So he's saying there's going to be a great cry because this is going to happen to all the land of Egypt, right? There's not going to be anything like this, nor is it going to be anything like it after. Pay attention. I'm going to take y'all snacks away. Pay attention what's happening. The Most High is saying, one more plague because you, Pharaoh, didn't let my children go. You didn't let them go. I'm going to make now your firstborn die. I'm going to kill your firstborn. Not only am I going to kill y'all's firstborn babies, I'm going to make sure that it happens to your beasts too. Pay attention to what the Most High is doing for Israel, for his people. Remember, we are the children of Israel. We are the Most High's children. This is what he's doing for us. So that way we can get out of Egypt. There is nothing, I'm going to say it again, there is nothing that the Most High will not do for you. So long as you're following his laws. Even when we're sinning, the Most High gives us grace because he loves us, right? So pay attention to what's happening. Because Pharaoh didn't let Israel go. He said, I'm going to give it one last time. And he's going to let him go. Now it comes down. Pharaoh his heart was so hardened that now all the firstborn, right? All the firstborn in Egypt is going to die, including their beasts. Continue, Elijah.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Woo! Read that one more time. Pay attention. Read that one more time.
But verse 7, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Just like I was saying earlier, right? This is happening to who? What are all these plagues for? To who? Is it Israel and the Egyptians?
No.
To who?
Egyptians.
Nah, Caleb, pay attention. Listen to the question. This is happening to who?
The Egyptians.
The Egyptians. The Most High loves Israel. He didn't let nothing happen to Israel, right? So he's saying there is, I'm letting everybody, all of y'all are going to know, there is a difference between my people, my children, and these Egyptians. Continue.
And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger.
Was he happy?
No.
What, he was sad?
No.
What was he?
Angry.
Angry. Read verse 12. 12 and, hold on. Let's go to, it's almost time. Let's go to 12 and, let's see, hold on. Let's go to 12 and 7.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and
So
strike.
remember, this is happening. What's going to happen?
You're going to take the
No. What's going to happen? Who's going to die?
The firstborn
Of who?
Of Egypt.
Of the Egyptians, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how about Israel?
No.
No, right? Read verse 7.
Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it into on the side posts.
Read it again. Start all over.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door post, a post of the your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
Ooh. Ooh, this is what we do. This is a new year. It's going to be a new year.
The Lord's Passover.
It's the Passover. This is what you got to remember. The firstborn died of Egypt. And now this is going to be the Lord's what? Passover. So we're supposed to be eating this in haste. We're supposed to be eating this quick. The sacrifice, the lamb, eating it quick because of what's going on. It wasn't going to be a good day. Remember, Egypt has never heard of this. Their cry is like no other. Their firstborn is dead. It wasn't a happy day. You know, yeah, Israel, it's sad, right? It's sad to see that their leader did not want to let them go, and now their firstborn is going to die.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be a happy day.
Wow.
It's going to be a sad day. We're not going to be happy because they died, right? They weren't happy. You can hear all those cries. It was going to be a day of sorrow. Continue.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I'll pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. Read verse 12 one more time, but read it loud.
Verse 12.
Read it loud and slow.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Okay, so read verse 29.
Verse 29. And it came to pass that at the midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn.
So did the Most High did the Most High do what he said he was going to do? And what did he say he was going to do to the firstborn?
Kill them.
Right? Continue.
In the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle.
Continue.
And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Woo! All of Egypt, there was not one house. Not one. 0.
0%.
Elijah.
And how Israel stubborn, when we were doing Sabbath class, they said that it wasn't all Israel that put the blood. Some of them didn't, and their firstborn died too.
Because they wanted to be thinking like the Egyptians, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on now. Most I wasn't playing. Turn around. Read verse 31.
Verse
We're
31.
almost done here.
Verse 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, Rise up and get ye forth from among my people.
Pharaoh did what?
My people.
No, read it again.
Verse 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by
He
night
called for Moses and Aaron in the night. Continue.
and said, Rise up and get you forth from among my people,
Continue.
both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord
do was kill the firstborn. See, the Most High didn't have to do. The Most High could have killed the firstborn, but He's making sure that the Egyptians plus Israel and anybody that knew knows that He is the Lord. He loves Israel and He will do whatever. He's gonna show His power. He's gonna make it known. Ivy, you had your hand up, right?
You know, just going through this, I think I only went through this like a few times, but just going through this and these plagues and just that level of pride and ego that he had to have. Because I think about the plagues and I'm like, frogs are bad, flies are bad. I don't know which one is worse. Locust is bad, but ice, hell, boils, that's all horrible. But that last one he did, the level of that was the tiebreaker. Like, that was it. He said, the Most High said, He's going to thrust y'all out after this one.
Yeah.
So that's what it took. But his pride was so high. That highness he had.
Yeah.
That's
he did
crazy.
That's what it took, right? Abadiah?
It also shows us how merciful the Most High is too, because He gave him chance after chance.
Come on now.
Now, granted, the plagues were bad, but they didn't have to keep coming.
Right.
And
Right.
just to that point of the pride that he had, just showed in Pharaoh, Israel, because it was happening to the Egyptians, and Israel wasn't being touched, but they were also seeing this example of pride and the mercy that the Most High had, not just on Israel, but on Egypt too, because like I said, it didn't have to go to 10 plagues. It could have stopped if Pharaoh hadn't been so prideful.
Yeah.
And the last one really, really touched him, because all the other plagues, that they were touching the servants of Pharaoh. And that just goes to show you how much he cared about his servants.
Yeah,
Very
he didn't
little.
care about his family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The animals and things like that were being touched, and the servants and the people in Egypt were being touched.
Yeah.
But Pharaoh, he was just watching this happen. He was good, right? But when it became personal, when the Most High took his firstborn,
That had to be a sad night.
that was what made him,
Yeah.
to a degree, because we have what happened when they crossed the
Yeah,
Red
we
Sea.
know what happened
But
afterwards, but
To
Oh,
a degree,
fine.
They held him off.
it humbled him to a point, because that was something that was said was gonna happen, and he had no control
yeah, fine.
over none of it. He had no control over any of it. So it was showing the magnitude of power that the Most High has, the mercy that he has, the love that he has for his chosen people of Israel. And there's great examples for us to look at and to see as children, when our parents tell us something, how we're
Pay
supposed to
attention.
listen and hearken to what our parents are telling us. Because we can be touched in place too if we don't listen and do as we're told.
Fine. All right, everybody. Pharaoh
Wow.
let him go. Right? Most High did what Most High, remember why we were going over this. Yeah. Remember why we're going over this. Because the Most High is bringing these plagues upon Egypt because we were in slavery. We were under Pharaoh's commandments. Yeah, we in the same mind, Nina. We were under Pharaoh's commandments. We couldn't be free. We had to do everything. Our children had to work. We had to work. We were being beaten. Yeah. Yeah. So the Most High said, I'm gonna do everything and anything. I'm going to get my people out. And you all are gonna see what I can do. This is only just a little taste. Everybody knew after this that the Most High is the Most High. And He loves Israel. Right. Hi. All right, everybody. Set up some prayers.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
the children of Israel.
Okay, we're not going there. Time. They don't know that. They don't know that. Time. You know you know. Let's go set up some prayers.
He's telling the next part.
It's okay, come on.
Time
Let's
to
set up
pray.
prayers. Come on. Come on, Hannah. Let's pray. Careful with the camera.
Over here, over here.
Sure.
Ezekiel.
That's fine. Let's go ahead and say prayers.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shemaya.
Shema Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Haya.
Haya.
Shemka. Yahweh. Malakutcha. Taba'ah. Batzaika. Haya. Aisha. Harachaza. Kawa. Haya. Bashmaya. Athanawa. Lacham. Kol. Yawam. Masalachnawa. Chabuatnawa. Kasalachnawa. Chabuathinawa. Wala'ah. Tabinawa. Banasai one. Abo. Aushino. Mayam. Rai. Haya. Loka. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Wathapara. La'awalamyam. Aman. Our Father. Art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us for our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. Amen. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Rabbanawa.
Mabiyah.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Rabbanawa. Mabiyah. Sapari. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Rabbanawa. Mabiyah. Sapari. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Rabbanawa. Mabiyah. Sapari. Come.
My joke. Bro. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Kum Yashral.
Come over here, girls.
Shooting out the artist designer. My visual. My joke. Bro. Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema Yahweh Shem Yahushai.